Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Astinosis coming to another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and today we are going to I'm going to try and get back to recording the boss fights at a minimum, or maybe some of the stages that could be a little bit trickier. Boss fights are typically good, because even though while it almost feels pointless in a way because of the overload changes, and you know, as you can see, we've been in the blue for the most part, depending on your levels, of course, and where you're at on the towers. But yeah, I do feel like there is some value still to getting these out there, because sometimes people are just wondering what characters you should use. Now, in this case, my situation is unique because I have a Core 7 Winter Ludmilla, and obviously Nihilister is weak to water. Now, are there other options? Yes, there are. Mind you, this is probably one of the meta teams. You know, obviously swap out Winter Ludmilla for Alice. I still got to work on actually building Alice's gear out. Regular Alice, mind you, not Bunny Alice. But on the flip side, Bunny Alice works here. And then, of course, you have Mary will work here. Leona will work here. Regular Mary, or excuse me, Summer Mary would work here as well. There are water options. Mind you, a lot of them just aren't the greatest. But yeah, there are options to make sure that you're getting the water weakness. I'm almost guaranteed to see something, a disruption, because the Nihilister fight does feature that. So Winter Ludmilla is absolutely going to be a boon here. And then, of course, I have a Core 7 Summer and Niece that y'all might not have, obviously. And if it don't, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world. Because, I mean, we're talking, this is floor 280 on Tetra Tower. Or excuse me, 290. Ever since that change of the overload gear, I've been blowing these stages out of the water. Because it's almost like they unlocked Super Saiyan God mode or something like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and see how this goes. I don't know what additives this version of the fight is going to have. I do know that the recent raid version of this was absolutely tyrannical. I hated it. I hated it so much. Like, there was timing that I just could not get down for whatever reason. There it is. It's too bad I can't have Crown here, because Pilgrim. Let's bust out that Vulcan. Swap to our girl. Yeah, when the raid was coming, that dot that comes from her being throwing the fire at you was that was wrecking my cheeks. Like the dot when Journey would come out of hiding, like, what are you doing, girl? Stay your ass behind cover. Oop. Okay, looks like it's not going to be as stringent on the water requirements, so that's a good sign. But yeah, break the parts apart, because that does extra damage. It really do be. Typically you want to wait to the last minute to, of course, hide. And volume no longer has cover. That's not necessarily the best thing in the world, but we'll try to make it work here. We're not in the worst of shape. Oh. Alright, phase 2. Bust out the heads. Ooh. Focus ahead, I guess. I don't know if... Oh, I guess we will work down one head, at least. And that'll be a bunch of damage. Stop moving! Bane of my existence with this fight. It's so much movement. Oh, if we could break that head... Get as many of these bad boys as we can. Don't want to get our cheeks clapped. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice, we got one and dead. Boom! Alright. I did get a wee bit scary there for a second, but yeah, obviously Winter Ludmilla dominated that damage there because of the the water weakness, and she is fully invested. I could use some better rolls on her, but the RNG of the rolls in this game. And I have been, of course, trying to actually get a variety of the waifus up to at least overload 0, so that way I can get them up there usable, get them at least over 100k, so that way I have, you know, more options for solo raids and such. So anyway, hope this helps you guys, and remember, for every like, subscribe, and follow you do to my channels, needy person's cheeks get clapped.